Alright, y'all. I was sitting here thinking about work the other night, and I want to rant about the various types of toilet paper holders and paper towel dispensers. First off, there are too damn many of them out there, and half of them are pieces of crap. In my opinion, any electric hand towel thing, it's absolute garbage. I dislike electric ones so much. I just don't like the way they work. I mean, the extra cost of the batteries is ridiculous. The fact that they jam up so easily, they produce a whole bunch of dust. Like if you ever pop one open and look inside, it's just full of little dust. It's absolutely insane. And not only that, but some of them, they have little attachments, or they'll make rolls, like the little cardboard tube inside a certain size. And what that will do is that will make it to where you have to, you can only buy from them. And it's like, why would you lock yourself into something like that? You know, you have no option of searching for a cheaper price unless you want to completely redo your entire dispensers, which of course cost a bunch of money, so they don't end up doing it. So they get locked into buying these overpriced rolls of paper towels. And then for the toilet paper dispensers, I don't even know who designed some of these, but they very clearly were not. They very clearly were not ever custodians, because some of them are the most difficult to open. Okay, some of them, I had one where I had to literally punch the thing in there. It was absolutely crazy. You know what? You know what? Let me see if I can. I'm gonna get out of this thing. Let me see if I can. Where's the browser at? Let's go take a little trip down and look at some of these. Okay. Google. First off, let's look at toilet paper hole. I can't spell to save my life. Holders. All right, let's just take a trip down here. First, we're gonna go to images. All right, you see these? These are just for the jumbo rolls. These ones aren't so bad because you got a key that you get a little plastic key that goes up here. They drop down, bada boom, bada bang. This one's excessive. I've only seen these really a handful of times. These are all stainless steel ones with the lock up here, so that's not too bad. These basic ones that you have in your house, oh, they're so good. Okay, hold on. We need to look up, I think, professional. All right, so as we take a look, these ones right here, these ones are either this one. Okay, whoever, this one right here, this thing right, y'all, this thing. I have one of these in one of my places. I don't know what durable, vandal, and thief resistant. Yeah, well, it's opening up to the custodian resistant too. I don't know what in the world this thing is, but I've encountered this, and this thing drives me insane. I do not understand it. It's ridiculous. Like, why can't we just have these basic ones? Why? Because people will steal them? Oh, of course. People steal them too much. This thing right here. This thing right here. Okay, y'all. This is the one I was talking about. Is it? Is it the compact Georgia Pacific? No, okay, this one looks like it. But I had one that was made much like this. This is not the one, because you can clearly see the hinges down here where this falls down to put toilet paper. But the one that I had in one of my areas at one point, it didn't have the hinge. All it had was the door that slid across, and it had the arms in the inside that that held the roll in place by the roll. I had to literally shove that thing in there with force. There are several times I bruised and cut up my knuckles, and it was just the most, like, if you are some kind of manager or boss or something that is going to be replacing these, for the love of all that is holy, will you please have them bring in each ones of their type and have them demonstrate how they work, their ease of use, have your custodians try them out so they can be like, yeah, this is actually a pretty good one, before you just go think, oh yeah, well, I know what I'm talking about. Because some of these things, the ones, they're just total garbage for what they are. You notice how none of them, they're toilet paper. So now let's look up paper towel dispensers. You see these? Fuck these. That's the manual one. No, the manual ones, I like the manual ones. They're really good. You see these Kimberly-Clark hands-free ones? Fuck those ones. Those things are horrible. I do not like those things. Because what they do, one of the things that pisses me off about these is, they got the arms for the main holder Right, well in the bottom, if you ever pop it open, there's little bitty arms in the bottom. Those are so you can put a smaller roll in there and smack the bigger roll on top. So you can kind of have it double, they come out double for a little while until that one goes away. Well, I'll tell you what, it doesn't work. Most of the time, it just jams it up because the batteries get the 25-30%. It don't put out enough juice to push it through. So the people are like, "Oh, you're not replacing the batteries fast enough. This thing's not working." Then I got the common sense God gave them to open it up and unjam it because there's a button. The moment you flop the thing down, there's a little gray oval button. You just push that and it rolls the rollers. And so you look bad, I look bad, we all look bad, and we get griped at for things that are beyond our control because these things are designed poorly. Brown paper towels can fuck off. I don't know why they're cheap. I don't know what they're for, but I do not like them for drying stuff with. Let's look at some other ones over here. I've seen these ones too, these Georgia Pacific InMotions. These are my favorite types. No, that's an automatic one. No, where's it at? There's a manual one I have in one of the areas that I clean that actually has an adapter inside that can go from C-fold towels, or you open it up and you turn the adapter upside down, slot it back in, and it can go to Z-fold towels. I love that one. That one is fantastic. But that's also an older model, I can tell. They don't make them anymore. But I think it's an old Georgia Pacific even. But anyway, these I can't, don't do it. It drives me, and I know we are in the COVID pandemic era, and people want to be safe, and that's totally fair, but they are the enemy of custodians, I swear. Because the batteries get down to like just a little bit, and not even a little bit, but like I said, 25-30%, and they can't power the thing half the time, or you get like a little inch of toilet paper. Dude. Oh my goodness. And even ones like this, while not bad, if you put too much, like, let's see if I can find, an example of one. See, that's a good one right there, it looks like. Basically something like this, right? They have the C folds or the Z folds that go in there. If you put too much on, it'll make it really hard to pull out and you'll rip it. So you have to always balance that good amount between when it gets low enough to put a whole new stack in there, but making sure not to stack the whole thing up, or people will just have a nightmare pulling them out. Excuse me. Personally, I prefer stuff like this. You got to get those really nice, what are those towels? I don't know, but they're basically shop towels. And they're really nice, but they're also pricey. I understand that. But yeah, I wish the people who made these decisions would consult. It's like my argument with chemicals. Like, you be bringing in 1 billion different chemicals, or you be spending money. This chemical costs $90 a gallon. I was like, yeah, why didn't you go buy vinegar? I can clean all my glass and countertops and stainless steel in the bathrooms and stuff with vinegar. I can use rubbing alcohol on like windows and stuff, which rubbing alcohol and water, which works really well. And if you don't want to clean with bleach, which I don't clean with bleach, all you gotta do is get you a good disinfectant chemical for the bathroom and a good surface disinfectant. And bada bing, bada boom. That's all you gotta buy. And a good mopping chemical. You don't gotta buy all this. Well, I've got this Insight for the glass, and here, I actually bought you this type of Windex, and we got this tuberculoside. We got 5 different surface cleaners. We got 3 different bathroom cleaners, 2 different mop chemicals. Yeah, we know our budget's a little tight. We can't afford some of the nicer things that might help do things a little bit nicer. It's like, yeah, it's because you buying all these chemicals. You over there buying these dispensers that are fucking garbage, that they can't even install right half of the time. So we got to go back through them and sit there and read the manual. Oh man, I'm glad I'm the engineer that designed this and the person that was paid to install it. Oh wait, I'm not. I'm a $10 an hour custodian. And then what gets me as well is when you get in there, right? The people, they're like, oh, how come you don't know all about these brand new dispensers? Because there's thousands of them everywhere. It's like, oh, why? Because I'm not a fucking dispenser engineer. If you want to pay me the extra money to go to school to be a dispenser engineer, but you won't, but you expect me to have all this. And then they're like, oh, well, do you know if this chemical does that? I was like, I don't know. I'm not the chemist that designed it. I'm not the person that bought it and got the sales pitch, which they probably don't even get sales pitches anymore. They just walk in and say, hey, this chemical smell good and it do the thing I do. Oh, hey, can we use it for a week and kind of, can you show us some tests to see how good it goes? It smells good and it's purple. It's a really pretty purple or blue. I'll take it, Johnson. Buy it. It's like, no. What happened to the sales pitch? What happened to have to show that your shit works? And it's not complicated. Okay, here's a good example right here, by the way. If you look at these of something that might be really specific. You see that little insert right there? They tend to make these inserts like out of sort of softer plastic, so they're a bit hard to pull out. You can usually just like pop a a broom handle or a mop handle, whoop, and pop it out and replace it. But oftentimes they make these things just a certain specific roll size, so not even that's useful. So now you're locked into paying for this company's specific attachment, paper towel roll with the attachment that fits into their special little doodad here. And it's just a total scam. Oh, we got a free market and capitalism, but you can't buy nothing else because you basically already renovated for this one specific shit that we sell. These things are weird, but they hold a lot of paper towels though, and they work quite well, I will say. But I don't know, it's so frustrating. Like, will you please consult the people who will be using these products continuously, not just somebody who like looks at it and goes, "Yep, I like what I see. That should work, Johnson. Did you test it? I went over there and pulled a few paper towels out. It did as intended. Ship it out then. Sell it to them." Don't even try and pitch it to them. Just tell them it's better than what they have. Use some fucking some industry jargon, and they'll be like, "I'll take it." Like here we go. Look at this picture. What is the point of all this? Who needs all of this? I could see if you had a couple of different sizes in like stainless steel and a couple of different sizes in plastic, but there's like 50 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Those are soap dispensers, I think. Yeah, but anyway, it's just madness. Like, they can have whole warehouses of this, like a whole showroom floors. Like, these are cars. You're gonna be out fighting. Hey, did you see that new Vandre that I got or whatever? Yeah, it's real fancy. I just picked up this real nice Georgia Pacific dispenser. You gotta come over and check it out while we drink some beer and wine with our pinkies out. Or, that new Kimberly Clark. Can't beat it. Like, no, nobody does that shit. Nobody does that. This right here, these Kimberly Clarks. They just, I don't know. It drives me up the wall, some of these things. Half the time they don't work. The other half of the time they're frustrating to get into. And the third half of the time, they're just wastes of money. I actually like these ones. I had these ones one time at a fraternity that I cleaned, and they're actually not bad. You got the two buttons on the side, you push the buttons, the middle insert pops up, you slip your roll, you slip your stack of C folds in there, you pull your top out, you slide it back down, click it in place. Not bad. These are actually quite nice to have. Actually, I'd probably put these in $39 for that. Good lord. Put these in like a regular bathroom almost. And can we talk about soap dispense? You know what? I'll rant about soap dispensers another day. I just know that some of these things are really, really frustrating to custodians, and it's just ridiculous. You know, it'd be one thing if they supplied you like a tiny little vacuum to vacuum up the dust that eventually gets up in there and clogging everything, but they don't. You just sort of have to blow with your face, bring in an air compressor, or just kind of get your dust in there, just get all that shit up, and it flops in the air, and you breathe it in. It's nice and nice. I don't know, people. Just be careful out there, and you never know. Oh, and I'll give you a little tip for the day. If your soap, let's say you're getting your hand soap somewhere, and it's really watery and runny, it's probably fucking worthless. They've done some studies where they went through and looked at the hand soap dispensers, the soap that was inside, and found out, not only was it so thin, cut with water, as you might cut fucking cocaine with, with fentanyl or whatever, but it's like cut with water. And so the amount of antibacterial properties in there is so weak that the amount of fecal matter that has built up in the bag just sitting in the bathroom basically makes it worthless to use. You'd be better off just running water over your hands. So if your soap is really watery and you notice that, you're probably not doing yourself, or you're probably not doing yourself any favors, to be honest. Either bring your own soap, or watch for when you push the thing down, you get that real good foam, and it's really thick, and you can really lather it. Because you gotta remember, friction's what you gotta do. You gotta, get that good friction going. But if it's nice and thick and lathery, you're probably getting pretty good. You're probably okay there. That's my opinion. That's what it seems like. And after I've read some papers on it, some studies to show on it and stuff. But I don't know, y'all. Just stuff is ridiculous. Absolute nonsense. They just peddling us just whatever they want. Oh, I made a new model. Wow, what's it do different from the old model? It rolls out paper towels. Yeah, but all the models did that. Yeah, but we need more money, so it's a new looking model. Instead of rounded edges, it's got more squared ones. Da 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 da. Be careful up there, y'all. Shit's crazy.